G'day kids, I'm Dad.
I'm Bluey.
And today I'm going to show you a DIY Bluey costume and a matching one for bingo. Give us a spin, Bluey. Whee!
Our Bluey and Bingo costumes are made out of these hoodies that we bought, and everything else was materials on hand. Different colored felt, simple sewing technique, a little bit of styrofoam, and a lot of creativity and ingenuity. And I think the final result speaks for itself when you see how happy my girls are. I had some extra styrofoam. It's pretty thick. This is about 1.5 inches, and I cut one out for Bluey, or Bingo and Bluey, and then I traced it on both sides so they're the same. A little bit bigger for Bluey. My Bluey is 5 years old, and our Bingo is 2.5. I was cutting these out in the jigsaw. This is the pattern for the felt for the ears. You just take it on, and you trace around, pinch it, pivot, pinch and pivot, pinch and pivot, and you just trace around. That way you know you're going to have enough material and it'll exactly cover this without having like lumpy overlay. Here's the first ear. You can see it turned out really nice. A little bit of an overlap, but I can trim that off, and I'm not worrying about the bottom. Here is our foam. S for start. I'm going to lay it on top exactly the way that I traced it. This is just some Craft Bond spray adhesive. Take it up. I'm pretty liberal with it in both directions, because I don't know. You see that I cut on the outside of my lines. Always good to have some overlay. This bonds really well to styrofoam. You know, give it a good press. Keep tight. There we go. Gotta put you down. It's just important that you pull that snug. And then the last one. Same thing. Look at that. It's perfect. And then you just squeeze it all around. The adhesive adheres to itself and the styrofoam really well. Bluey and Bingo have beige offsets that go inside their ears. So of course you just cut those out, and we're gonna glue them on the same as we glued on the other felt pieces. Here's what those look like when they're all finished. I should note that the brown section of the ears do go all the way to the bottom. Bluey and Bingo have a lighter color oval effectively on their bellies, and I don't have a very light blue or a very light orange, so I'm just going to use white, which will be fine. I'm going to use the full sheet. It's a 8.5 by 11 of white fabric here, and all I'm going to do is slightly curve the edges to make a nice oval. For both of them, except Bingo's will be smaller. On the cartoons, they go effectively to the bottom of what would be the torso, but I'm going to sew mine on just above where the elastic starts to bunch. So let's cut those out first. Here's what those two look like. You can see Bingo's just a wee bit smaller than Bluey's. Now we have to flip these over. On their backs, Bingo has a big oblong oval, and actually for the real Bingo, she's like darker on the top here and then lighter down here, and then this is a darker contrast, the same as the light. But since I just have one color sweatshirt, I'm just doing the excess fabric here from the inside of the ears, right? So long as it's a contrast, it'll be fine. And then Bluey has 3 dots. And they're the same dark blue as the ear. She's got a big one, medium, and a medium. They go in that kind of a pattern. And all I did was trace circles from this pen jar and the spray adhesive. That's it for the cutting and crafting. I'm gonna put away my supplies and things now. This has taken me just under 1 hour, including filming. And I'm gonna come back later to sew these on. Later the same day, here we are. It's just simple basic sewing on here, 1/2 inch maybe. And here's my technique. Here is Bluey. The ears are done. Bingo looks the same. These ears were way harder than I expected. It's been about 1 hour 45 minutes to sew on all the stuff, including the ears. And then I realized I forgot the tail, so I need to cut those out and sew them on. All right, I cut out a very rudimentary Bluey and Bingo tail. We're going to craft glue them together and then sew them on.
Bingo! That means you stop dancing. Hooray, that's you.
That was so much fun. So all the cutting out of the fabric on the front, the fabric for the ears, turn around Bluey please. The dots, the matching tail for both outfits took about an hour. Turn around again please. And then the stitching for everything and getting these ears on, that was kind of a pain in the butt, as well as making the tail last minute, that took about 2.5 hours. Totally worth it. And very affordable. All of this material we just had lying around, the glue I had lying around, the styrofoam I did too. These are existing pants that she's had. All we bought was this nice blue sweatshirt and an orange one for Bingo. So I think the camera is moving and I don't know why, so I'll come on over closer to it. But it was a lot of fun and it's totally worth it. And how does it feel?
Good.
Do you feel like Bluey? Yes! Yes, you do. So lots of smiles, totally worth it. Be creative and have fun. Happy Halloween, everybody. Well,